Hey, what's up? Good afternoon to all you Young and Restless fans on YouTube. I'm Justin Fleming. I'm here to give you my review on today's Young and Restless, Thursday, August 31st, 2017. Now, today's Young and Restless was it's getting up to the good start. Really getting up to the good start. I mean, yesterday I was very shocked that Alice was part of the sex ring, and she's not the person she used to be. She's not the person she used to be, Alice. All along she was in the sex ring. But today at the Underground, Sharon complains her suspicions about Alice to a skeptical Nick, who brushes off as a coincidence. But yesterday, I can't believe. All this time she was in the sex ring. She wasn't the person she used to be, Alice, she was always wrong people. But how the real question is, how is she going to react when she realizes that that Cassie's alive, when she sees Mariah's face? All I can say that Alice was never a good woman. Even she said that she was not a good mother, and she was always chasing after the man, and practically Millie raised Cassie. She was never a good woman, Alice, never. Now at home, Phyllis appears on the stairs and Billy finishes downloading a file. He relays that he was looking up something for work, and now he has to go into the office. Phyllis sighs. There's always a crisis with Victoria. I hope Billy gets rid of her. At Jabot, Ravi suggests some relaxation, but actually wants to focus on work. Ravi insists she touch his cheek. He's wearing her new moisturizer. She infuses about making a new Unix and brands him a genius. I know some of you say it's that Ravi and Ashley have no chemistry, and it's disgusting. Because Ravi is too young for Ashley, and Ravi is too old for Ravi. Some of you say it's disgusting because Ashley is dating someone who is young enough to be Ravi's mother. But age is just a number. That's all. Just age is just a number because my dad is married to a woman. My parents are divorced. So my dad is married to a woman born. My dad was born in 1963. He's married to a woman either born in 78 or 82. He's like 50 something. She's about 50, like 39 or 35 or something, I think. Age is just a number. Now, at Brash and Sassy, Victoria and Neil chat over takeout. Victoria thanks him for elevating her stress and mentions seeing a doctor. Neil's supportive. Billy arrives as they hug. He thanks Neil for saving their bacon. After Neil is gone, Billy updates Victoria. He got into Jabot's server and they have plans to smash them into bits. He reveals Jabot is buying an outside product line and will have Fanmore's takeaway. Brash and Sassy's shelf space. Victoria thanks him for putting his relationship online and wonders if Phyllis knows about the plan. Billy insists it's all Jack and he wants to take preemptive measures. They head up to Jabot where Ash is flirting with Ravi. Billy confronts his sister about whether Jack is up to something. Ashley and Ravi commiserate with Victoria about Hockman being an ass and claim if Jack's doing something, they have no knowledge of it. Ravi and Victoria step out and he mentions Hockman met with both Ashley and Jack. And then with Phyllis, as he talks, Victoria head buzzes. She mutters about having another target to focus on. Meanwhile, in the office, Ash insists to Billy she has no knowledge of of Jack plotting against him. He mentions Dina wanting peace in the family. Ash isn't optimistic. Michael and Lauren are slow dancing in their living room when Scott enters. Lauren hasn't talked to them to move, talked to him since he moved out, and he asks how's he doing. And Sharon, he wonders if she really wants to know. Lauren insists she's making an effort. Scott wishes it wasn't difficult. He gets a text from Sharon about the sex ring and takes off. Michael and Lauren resume and get sexy, but Phyllis shows up. She wraps her purse on the couch and rants about Victoria ruining another evening with Billy. Michael snarks that he can't relate to spoiled romantic plans, and Philip goes on that seemed off. Lauren wonders if Victoria is going after him. Victoria feels it's possible she used her company to do it. Lauren points out Phyllis was colluding with Jack, and Michael calls her out for feeling insecure. Phyllis admits if Brash and Sassy claps tomorrow, she set off networks. Something needs to change. You know what? Phyllis makes me sick. She really does. She really needs to shut the hell up. She really needs to shut up. I really do. I wish you. Phyllis, why don't you just shut the hell up? Just shut the hell up. Because this is the same way you did over Nick, and now you're doing the Victoria over Billy. She's insecure. Like I really do agree with what Michael said. She's really insecure. You know what Phyllis is doing? She's doing, trying to do to Billy and Victoria, the same way she did to Nick and Sharon. She just wants Billy. She just wants to drive. She's trying to drive Billy away from Victoria because she knows that Victoria wants Billy back. Phyllis has really lost her mind. She went crazy. First she went crazy when Danny looked at Sharon, and she went crazy when Nick looked at Sharon. She went crazy when Danny looked at Christine, and she went crazy when Nick looked at Sharon. So now it's Billy and Victoria's turn. I told you I was right. She's doing what Phyllis is doing to Billy and Victoria, the same way she did to Danny and Christine and Nick and Sharon. She's doing the same thing. She's doing the same thing. It's a shame. I hope Billy's gonna dump Victoria. Billy's gonna dump Phyllis. Watch. She's using Hockman she's using Hockman to make him stay in place with Victoria, so she can drive her away from Billy. She's trying to drive her apart from Billy. That's what she's trying to do. But she's gonna pay very soon. Just watch. Very soon she's gonna Billy's gonna dump Phyllis's ass, and Billy's gonna run right back to Victoria. That'll be good for her. Now at the penthouse, Chelsea works to bond with Faith over manicures and ice cream. Faith knows Chelsea and Connor could have moved into the tack house and asked the real reason her dad moved them in there. Chelsea cites the advantages of living in town, but Faith isn't buying it. Nick enters as she protests that she knows something's wrong. We shouldn't be here. The girl tells Nick this place will never feel like home to her. Nick lectures about respecting Chelsea and challenges her to prove that she's a big girl. Faith heads upstairs and Nick reassures his deflated girlfriend. A ranch employee arrives. Victor sent him over with Faith's bedroom furniture. They call Faith down and announce that the room Chelsea designed for her has arrived. Victor was storing it at the ranch. The vanity rolled in, and Faith loves it. Nick smiles as she hugs Chelsea, but grimaces when she chortles that Grandpa knows how to make things better for her. I kind of agree. Faith may be a spoiled brat, but I agree. she's right because Victor threw his own son, threw Nick out, bastard. But she may be spoiled, but she's right. I mean, they shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be at the penthouse because Victor threw Victor out of the house and let him move in with Chelsea, and that's wrong. That's wrong for him to do that. That's really wrong. I mean, Victor is cruel, very cruel. I mean, it's appalling, very appalling. I mean, I can appreciate things from Faith's point of view. I mean, she's 10 years old and she's basically a little lady. I mean, she's needy, still needy, parents and grandparents, and the writers are making her seem bratty. I mean, but I don't understand why can they have a teenage Faith on the show? I mean, they could have used. I mean, they did the same thing. They did the same thing with Reed, who's a teenage Reed, and they also did the same with Maddie and Charlie. Soap opera syndrome. That's what it's called. I mean, why can't they just do the same with Faith? The writers have a teenage Faith. It's a shame. It's a real shame they can't have a teenage Faith on the show. But they want I know some of you want Faith, the original Faith to stay on the show. Now, at home, Sharon flashes to a past clash with Alice. Scott arrives and she updates him that she got a blast from the past this evening. She fills him in on Alice and reveals why she may be a threat. Scott thinks it's plausible that Alice is mixed up with the sex ring sleazeballs. She trusts her instincts and plans to discover what the blonde is up to. Yep, Alice is not the person Alice was always not a nice person. Always, she was always not a nice person. Now, but at least Scott knew right away that he was interrupting something and apologized. But you know what? I wish this sex ring thing will be over very soon. Over. I mean, now here's my final thought. Now Nick doesn't think that Alice doesn't have anything to do with sex ring. I mean, come on, just what he needs to wake up and smell a coffee. I mean, what part of Sharon telling him that Alice was in the same car at the police station did he not get? And anyway, did Sharon get the license plate number or not? I mean, she was sitting in the car for forever and ever when she could pull out a pen and wrote down. She had her phone and took a photo of it. Nick. As for Nick, he needed to tell Faith the truth about why he had to leave the ranch. I mean, her father kicked her out, and he needs to get that through his head. And I'm glad Chelsea. It's a good thing, but it's a good thing is I'm glad Faith trusts Chelsea. But I hope that I'm no fan of the Nick and Chelsea pairing, because I wish they brought back Adam. I wish that they brought back Adam. And that's it. So that's my little final thought. That's my little review on today's Young and the Restless. So subscribe to me, Justin Fleming. Have a good afternoon, and don't forget, I want all of you to know that this Saturday is my birthday. I'm turning 29. So subscribe to me, Justin Fleming. Make a comment on the video, hit like, say something. I hope I can do any kind of review for Young and Restless. I also can do Bold and Beautiful. So subscribe to me. Have a good afternoon. I'm out of here. Peace.